Hi, my name is Brad Keeler.
And I'm Clyde.
And we welcome you to tonight's Tunkhannock Tigers versus MMI Preppers boys basketball game. Your Tigers enter this game with an 11-4 record, 5-3 in the Wyoming Valley Conference Division II. MMI Prep is a not-so-glamorous 2-11, and they're 1-7 in the league. We'll get down to business here. Your Tigers, they were beat down in the first half on Thursday night as they lost to Wyoming Seminary 72-44. They could not make a shot in the second quarter, scoring only 6 points. The Tigers were led by Chris Trochak off the bench, who made 2 threes and a layup to get 8 points. Tigers didn't look too good on Thursday, did they, Rob?
No, not at all, really. It was a train wreck, to be honest with you, Brad. They had trouble finding any shooters, and when they tried to run the ball, they got shut down every time. It was a mess to watch, and $3 couldn't cover the pain.
Ryan only put up 6 points, so the Tigers' offense, they live and die on him more often than not. So from time to time, I think if teams can figure out how to shut down Ryan, I think they're going to be able to figure out this Tigers' offense that can go off and score for 60 a night or can win by beating you with 40 points. MMI picked up their second win of the season, beating Lake Lehman 52-49 on the road. The Preppers were led by Drew Seckler, who put up 22 points and shot the lights out from deep, making 6 shots beyond the arc. Marcus Kasich added 16 points, making 7 shots and 2 free throws. I don't have much on MMI, so because the games they played, they don't get uploaded to the Varsity 570 where we get our stats for these games. So right now it looks like they don't have a lot of size as they're warming up, but it does look like they can, if they have a wide open shot, they're going to be tough to stop. Not from beyond the arc, but if they're able to get free throw line jumpers, they can knock them down, it looks like. The last time these teams played, Tunkhannock escaped with a 45-40 win down there in MMI's gym. No other game details were provided. So it's about 4.5 minutes before team introductions and the Star Spangled Banner. We're gonna turn it over to Rob here to give us a scouting report on MMI.
Okay, so as you look the field through MMI, you see 2 majority picks here that may be their best players. Now, number 31 has a lot of potential here due to the fact that he can really run the ball when needed to. And if you could look on the camera, there's a player in purple shoes who quite obviously knows how to play the game. He's shooting from the penalty point line as of now, and he missed that shot. But if they want a chance, as you can tell, they all are even in potential. Let's hope maybe they train how to get consistent score. If they can consistently score different players, they may be able to outsmart Tunkhannock.
I would say that MMI having a balanced attack tonight, that would be their way to winning this game. Their key to win would be to have a balanced attack and not rely on just one person to score at will all night. For your Tigers, Rob, what are you expecting from them tonight?
Well, to be honest with you, I'm expecting Jake Frisco hopefully to come out of his shell tonight. We saw Riley Jones come out with them. He's been doing pretty hot for the Tigers lately. But really, I'm expecting the same thing. Ryan Harder is going to be their leading scorer, and Jack's been playing inconsistently, so I'm expecting Ryan to hit some 2s, maybe a 3 if we're lucky, really. That's all I can see from him.
Now will be a good time to note that Tunkhannock, after tonight, they will be out on a 3-game road trip against Wyoming area, Holy Redeemer, and Hanover area, before returning for senior night against Lake Lehman, who will be led out by Mr. Kushki on Thursday, the 6th of February at 7:15. The Tigers they're right now the 3 seed in the district playoffs for 4A. They're behind Prep and Valley View. I think if they can be a 3 seed, they can go and make some noise in the district playoffs. and find their way into a state playoff game, get some valuable experience. But it all starts with tonight, I think. They only have 2 more home games left out of 6 games, so they got to learn how to win road games in tough environments. And there's not going to be a tougher game than down at Redeemer on Friday, because that place, when it gets loud and the student section gets into it, they can beat you with the student section, not just the players on the court. So that'll be interesting to see if they can go down to Holy Redeemer and beat them up down there. They did. I think they gave that game away when they played up here a couple Saturdays ago. I thought Tunkhannock they were looking good at halftime, and then they came out ice cold in the second half. So I think Tunkhannock can play with anyone this year that they've placed so far. So the district playoffs should be interesting for the Tigers.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's contest between Tunkhannock area and our guests from MMI Prep. We encourage you to cheer for your team, but bullying, taunting, or any other unsportsmanlike actions will not be tolerated. We also ask that you respect the decisions of the game officials at all times. Tunkhannock area is a tobacco-free school district, and tobacco products of any kind are forbidden on school grounds. Thank you and enjoy tonight's game. Now for the starting lineups. First for MMI Prep. Starting guard, a freshman, number 5, Drew Clifford. Starting guard, a senior, number 3, Harry Kress. Starting forward, a senior, number 10, Jose Rodriguez. Starting forward, a senior, number 11, A.J. Jordan. And starting at center, a senior, number 24, Marcus Casey. MMI Prep is coached by Mr. Joe Flanagan. He is assisted by Mr. Joe Gira. Now for the Tigers from the Tunkhannock area. Starting at forward, a 6'4" freshman, number 3, Ben Chilson. Point guard, a 5'8" junior, number 5, Chris Kochek. Starting up forward, a 6'6" junior, number 11, Ben Chilson. Starting guard, a 6'4" junior, number 1, Ryan Harder. And starting point guard, a 6'2" senior, number 12, Jake Briscoe. And coach for the Tigers, Mr. Spencer Lunger. He is assisted by Mr. Stan Harder, Mr. Ryan Luce, and Mr. Bob Miller. Tonight's officials, our referee, Mr. Jerry Kuspiva, and the umpires, Mr. Dave Mattis and Mr. Joe Flaherty. Will you please stand and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Tigers tonight, they're starting their normal four of Ryan Harder, Ben Chilson, Jack Chilson, Jake Frisco. That's been solidified all year, but that fifth spot, it's been filled by Trajan Turner, Jaron Robinson, Paul Binner, and now number 5, Chris Trochak will get his start. And if you're Coach Lunger, you're looking for someone that can fill that fifth spot and be there and be a spark plug on offense and defense consistently.
All they really need is one more good shooter, and they may have a chance at playoffs here, Brad. We have to see.
Seckler will bring it up for MMI. He'll give it to Kasich, to Rodriguez. Gives it to Jordan. Gives it back to Rodriguez. Up to Seckler. To Kasich. To Kress. To Jordan. Stolen by Trochak to Harder.
Harder carries up the field to Frisco. Frisco to Ben. Back to Frisco. He goes center. Misses.
Rebounded by Kasich. He'll bring it up for MMI as Frisco is playing hard on Seckler. Maybe that's what they want. Maybe someone else can't bring the ball up besides Seckler for MMI as he passes to Kress to Rodriguez. And Trochak tips it away from Rodriguez. He'll poke it out of bounds. MMI will keep ball. Jordan to inbound to Seckler. He'll give it to Jordan. To Kasich. Over to Rodriguez. To Seckler. To Jordan. He has it tipped away by Jack Chilson this time. MMI does not look comfortable with someone besides Seckler dribbling the ball as he gets the inbound. Tunkhannock can get a steal. I think they can break this game open. Seckler to Rodriguez. Over to Jordan. He'll give it to Rodriguez. Drives the middle, gives it to Seckler. Back out to Rodriguez. Over to Seckler. MMI is slowing this game down, making the Tigers work for it on defense as we're 2 minutes and 15 seconds into the game. No score. Jordan with it in the corner. To Kasich. Drives the middle, gets it for 2.
And now Trochak with the ball going up to Frisco. Frisco looking. Passes Trochak. Trochak drives down. In the corner, Ben Chilson.
3-pointer all the way around, but it's out. Rebounded by Jordan to Seckler. To Kasich. Over to Rodriguez. To Jordan. Over to Rodriguez. Frisco's playing very well defense on Seckler as Jordan gets the ball over to Kasich. Jack Chilson pressuring Kasich. Drives. Flips up a layup, no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it in for 2. Gives Kasich 4 points. Frisco to bring it up.
Let's see where he goes with it. Passes it to Harder. Chilson to another Chilson. To Jack Chilson.
Good for 2.
And he gets that coin off the back. They finally cracked open the scores.
Tunkhannock goes into their 1-2-2 press as Jordan brings it up. Harder with the steal. To Frisco, working on Seckler. Goes up, tries using the glass, no good. Rebounded by Kasich. He'll give it to Rodriguez. He's got numbers, pushing. Kicks it over to Kress. No good. Rebounded by Jack Chilson.
Jake Frisco going up. It looks like it's now him in the corner. Jack Chilson the ball.
Baby hook, no good. Seckler pushing. No numbers, he'll slow it down. Give it to Jordan. He'll drive on Ben Chilson. Flip it up, no good. Rebounded by Jack Chilson to Ben Chilson.
It's Ben with the dribble to Ryan Harder.
He's good from 3. Tigers grab a lead.
And the usual scorer shows why he's the best.
Seckler with it for MMI. And Harder with the steal. And he'll get the lay-in.
7-4 Tunkhannock.
Jordan with it to Kress. Over to Seckler. Stolen away. Trochak to Harder. Harder pushing. No good on the layup. Rebounded by Kasich. He's pushing. Has it stripped from behind by Harder. Frisco to Jack Chilson. Oh, thought about the dunk, but went in for 2. Jack Chilson gets it. Timeout, MMI Prep, 9-4 game. 2 minutes, 32 seconds left in the first quarter.
MMI may have had that first point there, and that's what really started getting their clocks ticking, but once Tunkhannock noticed that Sinclair there was their main ball carry, they really started to shut him down there, and MMI will have to find someone else that can dribble if they want a chance, really.
I don't think MMI looks comfortable with anyone besides Seckler carrying the ball, bringing it up. As number 20, Chance Ayerly will come in for MMI for Kress, number 3. Up the court to Kasich. Drives over to Seckler. He's not going to shoot that. Out by the white line. Gives it to Ayerly. To Rodriguez. Drives for 2. Harder with it.
Going up court.
That's a foul on Rodriguez, his team's first of the half. As MMI, the coach probably does not think it's foul. Frisco with it. 2 minutes to go.
And let's see. Ryan Harder of the ball to Ben Chilson to Trochak. Trochak with it. Holding. Jack Chilson with it. Frisco with it now. Ryan Harder. Ben. Trochak. Looking somewhere to go. Frisco with it now.
Nice pick set by Trochak. Frisco kicks it to Ben Chilson, who goes up, misses, gets his board. Fights through contact by Ayerly. Probably a foul, no good. Pass from Ayerly to Seckler is tipped by Harder. MMI will retain possession. Ayerly gets the inbound to Seckler. Up to Kasich. Over to Ayerly. Stolen away by Frisco. Off of Ayerly as Frisco is trying to bring it up. Frisco will inbound in front of us.
He took that ball beautifully from him.
He gets the inbound back from Harder. Frisco to bring it up. 1:10 left. To Harder to Jack Chilson. To Frisco. Harder in the corner. Long. Rebounded by Seckler.
Less than a minute to go here.
Rodriguez with it to Seckler. Pull up Jay. No good. Rebounded by Jack Chilson.
To his baby brother Ben. Ben Chilson goes up, passes it to Harder. Harder looking.
Nice pick and roll. Ben Chilson gets the hook to fall. 11-6 Tigers, less than half a minute left. Seckler to Ayerly. To Jordan. Drives the middle, has it rejected by Ben Chilson.
Disrespected.
That basket by Ben Chilson was the first by someone not named Ryan Harder or Jack Chilson tonight. Inbound goes to Harder, who's pushing.
Breakout.
Gets the layup. Airly with it to Seckler. 9 seconds left. 5 seconds. Airly with it. Seckler. The scheme at the end, no good by Jordan. Your Tigers have a 17-point lead. 13-6.
7-point lead.
In boys basketball, Wyoming Valley West beat Pittston 60-51. Scranton Prep was able to beat Pottsville today 62-59. Big win for Prep as they're trying to keep that 1 seed. And Hazleton beat Berwick 61-44. Berwick and Wyoming area are in a crapshoot for 7th place in the district standings. Neither team wants to be 7th or 8th and have to play Valley View or Prep in the first round, but it's guaranteed that they're going to be playing Valley View or Scranton Prep in the first round.
That's the big bad monster holding their dreams captive, really.
As the Chilson brothers will come out for Jaron Robinson and David Baltricitis. Frisco with it. To Harder. Dumps it to Robinson. Goes up strong, misses, gets stupid foul after he missed a layup to reach in on Kasich. Tigers first of the half and Robinson's first of the game. Seckler with it. Gives it to Kasich. To Jordan. To Kasich. To Airley. Oh, pretty move. Gets the layup. Harder guarded by Rodriguez. Drives by. Throws it right into St. Clair's arms. Airley's 3. Good. He's on a 5-0 run himself. Brought the Preppers back to within 13-11 with a minute of the second quarter. Trochak with it, drives. Has it taken away by Rodriguez. And that's a foul on Robinson. His arm broke the plane. He's standing in disbelief, but end of January, you got to know if you're contesting a shot, you got to have your elbows behind your ears. That'll be his second, team second. Rodriguez will shoot 2. Rodriguez makes the first. Robinson and Harder will come out for Jack Chilson and Shane Macko. Rodriguez's second free throw is no good.
And it's Jake Frisco of the carry now. He's going center looking for someone. Oh, ball thrown nowhere.
MMI will get possession. Tigers are playing sloppy right now. I do like seeing Kasich and Chilson down low better than Frisco and Kasich. As David Baltricitis gets a huge block. Frisco 3, long push on Jack Chilson. I like that foul because it's showing that you care to get that offensive rebound. As Kress will come in for Jordan for MMI. And Ben Chilson will come in for Jack Chilson. Also for MMI, Leith Abdul Rahim comes in. Kasich with it. over to Seckler. Preppers commit a turnover.
And it is Jake Frisco with the dribble. Passes to Ben.
The foul was on Harry Kress, his first, team second, as Kasich and Chilson were in a battle for the ball, and Trochak took too many steps. 2 minutes gone here in the second quarter. Seckler with it. Gives it to Ayerly. Over to Seckler. Ball is off Frisco's foot. Trochak will come out. No, Ben Chilson will come out for Kuzma. As the Tigers go to a small set. 4 guards. Ayerly will inbound for the Preppers to Seckler. Over to Ayerly. To Kasich. He gets hacked on the way up. Tigers are playing really sloppy here to start the second quarter. They've seen a 7-point lead get whittled down to 1, and right now Kasich can make this a 1-point Preppers lead. Foul is on David Baltricitis, his first, team's 4th.
And it's tied up now, folks. Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Tunkhannock hasn't played a complete game since they beat up on Montrose to begin league play, as Kasich makes both free throws for a 1-point lead. In the Valley, they have not played a complete game, I think. So they need to find that first, as Harder is subbed back in for Trochak. Frisco to Harder. Pull up Jay, no good, but Harder will be shooting free throws as Leith Abdul Rahim committed the foul. His first, team's 3rd. Harder's first free throw is good.
Ties up the game.
As Kress and Abdul Rahim will come out for Rodriguez and Jordan. Harder makes both free throws, gives the Tigers a 1-point lead.
And they're back where they started.
Tigers get rid of their 1-2-2 press as Seckler brings it up. Over to Kasich. To Ayerly in the corner. To Jordan. Puts on the deck, drives the middle, has it blocked by either Kuzma or Baltricitis. You pick. Harder pushing, gives it to Frisco. Pulls up a 3, short, rebounded by Harder. Goes up short, rebounded by Rodriguez. Seckler pushing. Pull up 3 from him, banks it in. Gives the Preppers a 2-point lead. Mako will bring it up for the Tigers to Kuzi. Frisco down low, layup all the way around and out, rebounded by Jordan. Seckler with it, pushing. His layup no good.
Ryan Harder of the ball, looking for redemption.
He gets the layup. And the foul call. He has 11 of the team's 17 points. Paul Binner will come in for Jake Frisco. There's no foul call, they just stopped play for some reason.
Okay.
Don't know if the ref thought MMI's guy got hurt, but
He did not.
Kasich, his pass to Rodriguez is tipped, but Rodriguez chases it down. Gives it to Jordan, to Kasich. To Seckler. To Ayerly, tied game 17-17. David Baltricitis playing some intensity. As Kasich gives it to Jordan, to Seckler. to Jordan, to Airley, to Seckler, over to Kasich, to Seckler. He pulls up a long three through the net. Seckler's hit back-to-back threes for MMI to make it a 20-17 game. And Mako's pass is taken away by Seckler. And they call a foul on the Tigers as Seckler will be shooting free throws. Seckler has just hit 2 bombs from deep. He gets the foul on Mako, his first, team's 5th. Seckler misses his first free throw though.
And Jack Chilson's back in as David Balch's ice is off.
And Shane Mako is out and Paul Binner is in. Seckler does get the second free throw to go through to push it to a 4-point game. Trochak with it to Binner in the corner. To Harder. And he got fouled on the way up. Harder will shoot 2 free throws. Foul was on A.J. Jordan, his first, team's 4th. A lot more foul calls in this quarter than in the first quarter.
Let's see how he does.
Harder's first free throw is good. He's filled up the scoring column tonight, but Tigers are still down 3 right now, so maybe they need to have someone else step up and help him with the scoring load.
He makes the second one, bringing it into a 3-point deficit. 2 points.
Seckler with it. And Harder has it, takes it away from Seckler, gives it to Chilson. Jack Chilson misses. Paul Binner with the pretty lay-in.
The saving grace for Tunkhannock comes from Paul Binner.
Good defense leads to easy offense. Jordan with it in the corner, down to Rodriguez. Can't give him that though. He gets an easy post shot. Kuzma to bring it up. Harder over to Chilson, sets his feet short on the shot. MMI will get the ball, 2:10 left. I don't like how the Tigers are shooting threes. They have a size advantage on MMI. They should just be pounding them down low all night. Foul was on Tunkhannock, and it was on Ryan Harder, his first, team's 6th. Next foul on Tunkhannock, MMI will be shooting as Airley makes a 3-point shot, giving him 8 points. Trochak with it to Chilson, over to Kuzma, down low to Binner. Jack Chilson drove the paint and got the foul on Rodriguez. That's his second, team's 5th. 1:46 to go. They called the foul on Kasich, not Rodriguez.
In other news, Jack Chilson made his first.
Binner comes out and he is subbed out for Chilson, Ben Chilson, and Frisco comes back in for Kuzma. Seckler with it, drives, pull up Jay, no good, rebounded by Jack Chilson to Trochak, 3-point game, 1.5 minutes left. Pretty pass to Harder for 2.
1-point deficit here.
Seckler with it. He's got to get in the front court here. Airley with it. Taken away by Harder, and he dunks it.
Oh, it is 27-26 Tigers.
That gets the student section pumped, but they had a 7-point game and had it lead, and they had it whittled down to a 1-point lead. Now MMI prep calls a timeout. 57 seconds left.
There's not much to cheer about when you lose a lead like that.
Especially the way they did.
Yeah.
They played sloppy on offense, and give credit to MMI. They had some guys making threes,
Yeah.
but I mean, Sickler, he hit 2 absolute bombs from deep, and Airly hit 2 3-point shots. But
Sickler was a real surprise, but Tunkhannock, seriously, they won't playoff contest at all, really, or any chance. They can't be playing dumb.
.57 seconds left. Tigers have a 1-point lead. Next foul on the Tigers. MMI Prep will be shooting as Airly brings it in, gives it to Seckler. To Jordan. Back to Seckler. To Jordan. 3-point bomb, no good from Airly. Rebounded by Rodriguez to Kasich. Jack Chilson probably got away with the foul. Harder to Trochak. To Ben Chilson.
Frisco.
I thought he was going to shoot that. He's a good shooter. Gives it to Trochak to Harder. 20 seconds left. Terrible shot by Harder there. That's an over the back on him. That'll be his second foul. As that was a really stupid foul because it gives MMI a chance here to take the lead as they will be shooting a 1-and-1. Binner will come in for Harder. Abdul Rahim will come in for Kasich. As Jordan will be shooting free throws. Makes the front end of it.
That ties it up.
That is Jordan's first points of the game. His second is no good. Rebounded by Binner. He's got to go with it. Gives it to Jack Chilson. 5 seconds left. 3-point shot is way off. Coach Lunger did not want that from Jack Chilson. You want someone to bring the ball up in that case that can handle the ball against a press cleanly, but Tigers did not there.
Okay.
And they'll go into the half tied with MMI. And we will be taking a short break for halftime here.
I'll be fine. Hello and welcome back to the Tunkhannock area basketball game. Tonight it's Tunkhannock Tigers against MMI Preppers. And, well, the first half, the Tigers had a 7-point lead by the end of the first quarter. But by the end of the second one, MMI had put up 21 points against Tunkhannock. And
In the second quarter alone.
8 minutes. 21 points in 8 minutes. That is a lot of point scoring. To put that in comparison, you cannot go any faster scoring points against Tunkhannock unless there was one other person on the court for Tunkhannock. It
helps when MMI hits 4 threes, though. That does help.
Yeah, well, that is what they should be hitting mainly, as they really don't have the height advantage.
What's helped MMI is that they got to the foul line
Yeah.
to get Tunkhannock in foul trouble, but what killed them is that they've missed 3 free throws. So really, MMI should have a 3-point lead, and that's just from the free throw line. That's not factoring in that Tunkhannock's missed a bunch of easy shots.
Yeah, we're just lucky we're tied right now, as it's about 1:10 left until we get started with this third period. Boy, be a fun third quarter.
Tunkhannock's got to start playing with some intensity on offense. The defense, it's been there, but offensively, they haven't been able to score at will.
And
I think they should be able to score at will down low against this much smaller MMI team.
well, by the looks of it, their coach has been having them practice layups in their spare time. So hopefully they'll be able to do just that, score some layups. If not, it'll be a rough game for Tunkhannock, because it's really not just a game of who can shoot the most threes, because we already know who that is right now. That's MMI. What they need is someone that can score down low. And here's we go.
Seckler to Airley. Over to Seckler. Stolen by Harder. Lays it up for 2. It's about, after the last game he had, he's lucky to have this scoring outbreak. As Western Wayne beat Bloomsburg 55-42 to help the
Shot blocked by Jack Chilson.
Western Wayne helps their playoff position with that win over Bloomsburg, as Chilson makes another layup.
Whatever the debrief was for Tunkhannock, they definitely got the message.
Seckler with it. To Kasich. Forced shot, no good. Rebounded by Harder. Pushing. Trochak's 3. Short. Rebounded by Ben Chilson. No good on the shot, but he'll shoot 2 free throws.
And this will be really important for Tunkhannock, because if Ben misses, he'll be running laps next practice. And if he makes it, he'll increase the lead they have. Hopefully bring it back to 7.
First foul on MMI Prep this half was by Marcus Kasich, his second.
And Ben Chilson makes his first one.
Tunkhannock is 7 for 7 at the line right now, as he is good. Seckler with it, 6-point game. Over to Jordan. Jordan drives, gives it to Rodriguez, to Kasich, to Seckler. Jordan's 3 in the corner is long, no good. Rebounded by Rodriguez though, to Seckler, to Kasich. That's a push on Frisco. That'll be Jake Frisco's team's first of the half. It's a block. Inbound goes to Kasich. Seckler sets his feet, bangs home another 3. They gotta get out on him.
Yeah. And it is Jack Chilson with the ball. Passes to Trochak. Frisco. Frisco.
Cannot answer back with the 3. Rebounded by Airley to Kasich to Seckler.
Here comes Seckler speeding down the court.
To Kasich. Rodriguez has it blocked by Ben Chilson to Trochak. To Harder. Driving, no good. Rebounded by Rodriguez. Seckler to bring it up. 3-point game. Kasich with it. He'll give it back to Seckler. He goes the wrong way, but gives it to Airley. Over to Kasich. Gives it to Rodriguez. Over to Jordan. To Rodriguez. Airley in the corner. 3-pointer good.
And he ties up the game.
Airley and Seckler have each made 3 threes, as the 3-point shot has willed MMI in this game.
And there goes the 6-point lead for Tunkhannock.
Jack Chilson with it. Down low to Harder. As he misses a second layup. Tunkhannock, they have no one to blame but themselves. They left Airley and Seckler wide open on those last 2 shots from deep, so they got to start fighting to find their man. Cross-court pass to Jordan. To Kasich. Kasich sets his feet. Misses a 3. Rebounded by Frisco. Jack Chilson. It's called for a charge. Jordan takes the hit. Jack Chilson, second foul, team second. Inbound goes to Airley. Over to Seckler. To Airley. His pass is tipped by Chilson. MMI Prep will have the ball. Kasich. I feel like the Tigers, whenever they play a weak team, they play down to their opponent. Don't you, Clyde?
Yeah, without doubt. They get overconfident with themselves is my belief, and they suffer the consequence of that. They don't give it their all.
Seckler has it. I would agree with that because I think Tunkhannock is much better than MMI Prep, and right now I think they're playing down to their level like they did down at MMI. Kasich with it.
Right now, MMI's trying to get into their head. You can tell by the way they're playing.
And that's a 3rd foul on Jack Chilson. He's got to be playing smarter right now. If I'm MMI Prep, I want him out of this game. He clogs the middle. Inbound goes to Airley. As Airley throws it off, Harder. Inbound goes to Seckler. Over to Jordan. Airley to Seckler to Kasich. Drives the middle. Charge on Kasich. Jake Frisco with the pickup on Kasich. That'll be Kasich's 3rd foul. He's got to play smarter. If I'm Tunkhannock, I want to go after him now. He's been a beast down low, clogging up the middle as he gets a steal and puts it up for 2. Frisco with it. To Ben Chilson. To Jack Chilson, and he doesn't catch the pass. Gives it to Frisco. Harder 3, no good. Seckler with the board.
Seckler looking for someone to pass.
To Jordan. To Kasich. Frisco with the steal. Harder. Layup, no good. He's ice cold right now. Can't buy a shot. Suckler pushing. Drives the middle. No good. Rebounded by Ben Chilson. The Trochak.
Trochak looking for something.
And that's a block on Seckler. That'll be his first, team's third. Abdul Raham will come in for MMI for Kasich. Frisco to inbound. Trochak sets his feet, puts it up, air ball. Seckler to bring it up for MMI. Jordan to Seckler, brings it into the front court, splits a double team, pass is stolen, Harder to Trochak. Trochak got annihilated down low. As Tunkhannock will shoot free throws.
Well, it's only about 2 or 3 players, you know, throwing one into a bench. I don't see what's wrong with that. You know, nothing like some Friday night football. Oh, wait, this is basketball.
Rodriguez's second foul was committed as Trochak makes it. 7 fouls called in this quarter alone. Trochak makes both free throws. Robinson will sub in for Trochak. As Jack Chilson's still in with 3 fouls. I don't like that decision. I think he should be on the bench for a little bit here.
Let him cool down.
Yeah.
Make sure he doesn't risk getting ejected.
Or a silly 4th foul. That's an over and back. Airley should have just picked that up at the white line. But right now it'll be under the Tigers' basket. Frisco to inbound. Tigers don't know what they're doing right now as Chilson gets the inbound. And the foul is on number 30, Abdul Raham. His second, team's 5th of the half. Oh my. Jaron Robinson's on Seckler right now. I would just give it to him and have him drive on Seckler. Frisco with it. So Robinson, double team comes, and he gets a walk called on him.
Apparently you can
Robinson is not being aggressive right now. He's being lackadaisical in my eyes. As Seckler will bring it up. He's on a guy who's 5'10". He should be easily scoring at will down low, and he's just turning the ball over. That most likely was a 5, but the Tigers will take the opportunity as Harder gives it to Frisco, and 1.
The disrespect.
Frisco, his first basket comes at a good time. 6th foul on MMI. Next one the Tigers will be shooting. 3rd foul on Abdul Raham. Frisco converts the free throw. Seckler to Airley. Over to Seckler. Robinson played good defense there as Seckler dribbled it out of bounds. MMI Prep calls a full timeout. Rob, who's played more sloppy tonight? Tigers or Preppers?
Tigers, without a doubt. I mean, from the first time the Tigers and the Preppers stepped on here, you could tell the Tigers had the height advantage. And you'd think that with this, they'd use it. Or they'd at least act like they have some sort of advantage. Preppers are 2-11 here, Brad. I mean, Tunkhannock doesn't have a record near that, so why are they playing like it? They need to get their head in the game and really start scoring.
I agree with that. As Tunkhannock's been lucky as all heck right now that they they've had 3 fouls on Kasich and 3 fouls on Abdul Raham down low. They're 2 tallest guys for MMI. So, but Harder can't buy a shot this half. He's only made 1 after scoring about 15 points in the first half. It's been a tale of 2 halves for him.
Yeah.
Frisco will bring it up for the Tigers. Tigers should play for 1 shot here, pass around for about 50 seconds. Harder with it to Ben Chilson to Jack Chilson.
And
To Robinson with it at the free throw line, guarded by Seckler. And Robinson finally using his height advantage without taking too many steps there.
6 2-points.
Seckler with it, cross court to Airley, bringing it into the front court. Over to Seckler, sets his feet, pulls up a long 3, good.
They need to guard him.
They need to get out on him.
They're going to choke out on this. Look at this. 12 seconds left.
Frisco to Harder, Harder sets his feet,
Ring.
no good. No good. Shot never got off. Gotta know the clock there, Seckler, but he's made 4 shots from distance. So, Kincaid's got to get out on him. I did not like that shot from Ryan Harder at the end of the quarter there. He hasn't made layups right now, so maybe shooting a 3 is his thing, but normally when you're not making layups, you're not making your long distance shots, so.
Well,
I think they could have gotten a better shot there.
yeah. I think if they just play smarter and use the clock and the court to their advantage, maybe they'll get their vibe back. I mean, really, I don't know what this is.
I do think that Coach Lunger didn't help out by having the revolving door of players in the first half, so they couldn't get a flow for the game. But
Oh, without doubt. But
Tigers scored 13 points that quarter. MMI had 11.
now that they have their solid players out, hopefully they'll get some. But Jack Chilson, he has how many penalties again, Brad?
He has 3 fouls on him and 8 points. Frisco with it. Kasich is back in. I would go at him. Frisco setting picks. Guarded by Seckler. Kicks it out to Ben Chilson. Puts up a 3. No good. Kasich with the board. Chilson's got to be smart. He cannot pick up a 4th foul with so much time left in the game.
That'd be a death sentence.
Kasich with it. Over to Rodriguez. To Jordan. And he has it absolutely blocked by Ben Chilson, but they call a jump ball. Frisco steals the inbound pass.
That's just what they need.
Coast to coast for Frisco.
And look at that. That is just what the Tigers need, a poster boy.
They needed that shot. Good defense, leading the offense. Seckler with it. Tigers will double team him. Call a jump ball. Tigers will get possession. Frisco playing really aggressive on the defensive end right now. It's paying off for the Tigers. They have a 4-point lead with 7:02 left. Inbound goes to Jack Chilson.
And it's Jake Frisco of the ball to Ryan Harder, to Robinson. Jack Chilson. Back to Ryan. His 3s are not working for him tonight.
Well, that 3 doesn't count in the stat line, but the foul is on Jen Robinson for an illegal pick. That'll be his 3rd foul, team's 4th. Another mistake the Tigers can't be making, as Airley had a perfect no-look pass to Jordan, and Seckler drains another 3. He is stepping up right now.
5 3s later, and the Tigers still haven't realized this.
Ben Chilson drives, gets it. Baby, mid-range jumper, good.
Tigers need to realize this. This is their sink or swim moment. 6 minutes, 20 seconds left. 3-point lead. They need to realize there's one 3-point play and they have to be afraid of. And he's 4'10".
Harder has 19 points here in the game. I think he's made 2 points after halftime. So they need to look to get him going right now. If not, they've had plenty of production from other sources. Frisco defensively has stepped up big. Ben Chilson has stepped up, and Jack Chilson have stepped up on the defensive end, and they are helping take the pressure off of Ryan Harder right now, scoring the ball as Airley will bring it up. Looks like the Tigers have gone to a box and one here. Frisco guarding Seckler, putting him in the corner. Over to Jordan. He bangs a three.
He ties it up. Look at that. And now it's Frisco with the carry. Goes up. Jack Chilson.
Frisco will shoot free throws. 1 and 1 here. Foul was on Seckler, his second, team 7th, 1 and 1s. Tigers will be shooting the rest of the way. Frisco makes the free throw. Boy, with all the three-pointers now in the run and gun type of offenses, the free throws have been a lost art of the game, some people will say.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Frisco bangs home the second free throw. Tigers haven't missed a free throw yet, as Airley will get it. Tigers gotta run the preppers off the three-pointer. Because if MMI's making them, they're gonna keep making them, and they're gonna win. Kasich with it. Dribbles it off his foot. Kasich gave it to Jordan, to Kasich, to Airley.
The ball's picked. Jack Chilson with it.
Beautiful move.
48-44.
No lead has been saved tonight, though. Tigers have blown a 4-point lead, a 6-point lead, and a 7-point lead.
All in one game, Brad?
Yeah. MMI has also blown a 4-point lead. Kasich with it. 4 minutes and 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Kasich to Airley. Airley to Jordan. He's gonna get hit with the 5 soon. Puts a dribble down, gives him another 5 seconds. Airley's long distance 3 is short. Rebounded by Ben Chilson.
And he goes up at the speed of light. Frisco, the ball goes in.
That is on Seckler, they say. When you're 5'10", 90 pounds, I guess Frisco can just power his way through it.
Well, it's hard to see him.
As MMI will call a timeout, probably just yell at the official. Their coach is PO'd that was not on Frisco for a push or an arm extension. Third foul on Seckler, 8th on the Preppers. Frisco will be shooting free throws out of the timeout.
It's a close game. I'd say there's some records broken. I didn't know you could blow and make that many leads in one game, Brad.
I think this is their season high for free throws attempted in a game too this year.
Is that something they want to be proud of here,
Yes,
Brad?
it is, because it shows that they're getting the other team to commit stupid mistakes. So I'm always for that. Someone's on the bench in foul trouble, they can't score on you because they're on the bench, so they're not in the game. So I like the aggressiveness that the Tigers are trying to get MMI to commit here. And I think MMI is just being careless on defense sometimes here, making dumb fouls. I don't agree with that foul on Seckler, that one right there, but I'm not calling the game, so.
Neither am I. We don't get paid to report this game either.
Frisco with it. 1 and 1. Makes it. We got 2.
They have a 6-point lead now, folks.
Not safe. Seckler inbounds to Airly.
Yeah, that's 2 3-pointers. I wonder if they can make 3-pointers, Brad.
They have 9. Pretty sure Tyler Fox made 9 or 10 last year against Trail, so they've got a bounce attack as Kasich drives, has it bounce a million times, and then it goes in for him, gets the 2. Frisco to bring it up. Tigers need to be patient with it now. Under 4 minutes, they're shooting free throws every time.
Frisco the ball to Ryan Harder.
Skyhook, no good. Put 1 and 1 on for the Tigers. That was on MMI. They called a hold. The MMI prep coach is in disbelief. Next one, the Tigers will be shooting 2 free throws the rest of the way. Foul was on Rodriguez, his 3rd, team's 9th of the half. Harder misses, rebounded by Robinson, but they'll get a foul on him. That'll be his 4th. He's got to play smart now. He has 4.
Danger zone.
Yeah, it is. It's a danger zone. Airly will bring it up. 4-point game. Redeemer escaped Hanover area 47-41. Tigers have to play those 2 teams in the second half still. Over and back on Airly. Hanover area actually led 33-31 going into the 4th quarter.
And let's see, Frisco of the ball.
That's a walk.
And the Preppers have the ball once again. They're walking it slow here. They know the time. Airly with it. Trying to pass to Sinclair.
Dallas is beating Crestwood at the end of 1-16-11. Kasich with it. Driving. Got a foul on Harder. The refs are calling every ticky-tack foul right now. Slowing down this game. 2 shots for Kasich, 3rd on Harder. Harder and Jack Chilson have 3 fouls, and Robinson has 4 for the Tigers in foul trouble as Kasich makes his first free throw. Seckler, Rodriguez, Kasich, and Abdulrahman has 3 fouls for MMI as Kasich goes 2 for 2 at the line.
That makes it a 2-point game with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left.
Let's go to Chilson.
Chilson looking.
Gives it to Robinson. To Ben Chilson. To Frisco.
Frisco, where's he gonna go with this? Doesn't have a lot.
That's a hold on number 24, Kasich. Jack Chilson will be shooting free throws. That's his 4th.
And he does not like that call.
Tigers will be shooting 2 free throws now the rest of the game. Even if this game goes to overtime, they'll be shooting 2 on every foul. Misses the first. Tigers' first missed free throw.
You can't do that in a game this close.
No. Makes the second one though, pushing it to a 3-point game.
That's only 3 points though.
The way MMI's been shooting, they
can tie it up.
They can tie it up on 1 shot. Airly with it. Gives it to Jordan. And Ryan tries to steal it, but Jordan gets it back. Gives it to Kasich. To Seckler.
Seckler looking.
Got it. Hit with a double team, but Frisco, he gets out of it. Jordan 3, good. Over Frisco, ties it up. Feel bad for Jake Frisco on that one because he had him boxed out and had his hand up at him, and he still banged it home. Harder with it.
Running deep.
He can't get the lid off it right now.
Oh, that is going to hurt the Tigers dearly. Frisco's working overtime here.
Seckler with it. Kasich. 1:15 left. MMI's just gonna hold it out. Play for one shot. Oh, Kasich drives. Has it rejected by Jack Chilson. Robinson with the board, gives it to Harder. 1 minute left. Jack Chilson with it. Play for overtime or have MMI commit a dumb foul here. Frisco has it. Gives it to Jack Chilson. The Tigers cannot have a bad mistake here on offense as Harder gets it.
No, it's too close here.
To Robinson. Time out called just in time by Harder. Coach Lunger. 51-51.
34 painstaking seconds left.
Yeah.
What lead did they blow now?
Too many. They blew too many leads. And I give MMI prep credit because they shot the lights out.
Yeah.
That's why MMI is still in this game, because they've shot the lights out. If most of those three-pointers aren't falling, MMI's down 20. Easily. But the Tigers also, they left a bunch. Seckler showed that he can bang it home from deep earlier, but they gave him a couple wide open ones, him and Ayerly, and they weren't closing out. But then on the one Jordan just hit, Frisco was arm stretched out, he still got it off over him and swished it through. So, I feel bad for Frisco on that one.
Yeah.
As Trochak will be subbed in for Robinson.
Oh. It's hard to watch.
Tigers got to know how many timeouts they have left in that huddle right now in case they need to use one. But if Frisco inbounds to Jack Chilson to Frisco. 30 seconds. Early on Frisco. To Chilson. To Frisco. Tigers will play for a one shot.
That's all they need.
15 seconds. 10, 9, 8. Frisco dribbling. 5, 4, 3. No good. Rebound by Harder. Goes up at the buzzer. No good. He's mad now.
That's over.
MMI's playing for overtime. They have the momentum.
It's a dumb mistake.
Tuncanic's second overtime game in 11 days on their home court. They're playing down to their competition level right now. 4-minute overtime period. Gotta go pound for pound, punch for punch.
Oh.
Tigers scored 11 in that last period. MMI scored 13.
Oh.
Ryan Harder can't get the lid off the basket though.
It's a game of dumb mistakes here.
In this second half, and Tigers got to play for the next 4 minutes. They got to play hard, and they got to come and punch MMI in the mouth and keep them down. Chilson, tip goes to Frisco.
Frisco of the carry now, looking for someone to pass to. He finds Jack Chilson. Jack Chilson to Frisco, back to Chilson. To Ryan Harder, he goes in.
Can't get the lid off the basket skill as they call it jump ball. MMI will get it. Set player with it. Tigers can't commit a dumb foul because MMI will be shooting one-on-ones. Airily with it. The Tigers have a .024035 lead over Western Wayne for the 3 spot in the district playoffs right now.
And Jake Frisco has the ball now. Ryan Harder with it.
Jack Chilson has it, gives it to Frisco. To Harder. Shoots a 3. I don't like that shot selection. He could not hit water if he was falling out of a boat in the second half. And he's still shooting.
If anything, he has to practice layups here. Well, we've seen him miss those.
Kasich with it.
Jack Chilson barely grabbed it out there. Passes to Ben. To Trochak. To Jack Chilson.
Harder with it. To Frisco. To Harder. To Chilson. 2:07 left here. To Frisco. Floater, no good. Gets his own rebound though. Off of MMI, Tigers will get it.
Oh.
1:58 left. No scoring here in OT. Jack Chilson gets it in.
Oh. Tigers still have to be on alert here. It can't be
The ball
done.
almost came out, and then it had a second guess here. Frisco has a kicked ball violation called on him. MMI will inbound in front of their bench.
Not what you want to have for a team that can shoot threes like no tomorrow.
Jack Chilson has 13 points, most of them in the second half here as Kasich gets the inbound. 1 minute, 35 seconds left. Airily with it, guarded by Harder. He'll drive. Floater, no good. Rebounded by Rodriguez. Has it poked. MMI will inbound by their bench. As the inbound goes to Kasich, but Seckler was tripped by his own teammate. Kasich has it in the corner. Working on Chilson. Frisco is face guarding Seckler, and from Kasich.
A beautiful play by Sickler. By Frisco.
Harder gives it to Frisco. Tigers should make MMI foul. Ben Chilson to Jack Chilson to Harder. To Jack Chilson. To Trochak. I mean, that's Jake Frisco being a defensive back or cornerback in football. That's what helped him there. As he drives a paint, block on Jordan. Frisco will shoot 2. That's Jordan's second, team's 10th.
That's just what they need.
Timeout MMI. Full timeout. 34 seconds left.
In other news, the Tunkhannock area janitors have been doing great with their cleanup on this school district.
Yes, they have. Today with the swimming and diving Ernie Shuttle invite. They used the gymnasium in the pool area today, and for them to be here at 6 in the morning to
Now?
probably 10 o'clock at night by the time they get this all turned around for school, I give them credit for busting their hump to get this done and keeping it spotless, because when you have 18 teams here for swim, it gets crazy hectic. But they put their axe to the grind and they've kept it going.
Maybe they'll get a varsity spot.
I give them credit and shout out to you guys.
Yeah.
So a big thank you to them. And in other news, if you're sitting on your couch on Monday night, and you live close to the Tunkhannock Area High School, come out and support the Lady Tigers as they take on Wyoming area. It is a benefit for Ava Mason game, so come out and support them in that, and support Ava as we all rally behind her. Frisco will be shooting 2 free throws. Misses the first. Jake makes this one, pushes it to a 3-point game. Come on, Jake. Attaboy.
He makes it. 3-point game now.
30 seconds left. Tigers have scored a whopping 3 points in overtime, but MMI hasn't been able to make anything. Airley gave it to Jordan. Pass to Kasich, tipped, but Kasich gets it, drives the middle, goes up strong, makes it. Timeout MMI, 13 seconds left.
1 point.
They're going to foul immediately on the inbound. If I'm Tunkhannock, I want the inbound to go to Chilson, Jack Chilson, because Kasich's been guarding him all night, and Kasich has 4 fouls. So maybe you catch him not being aware that he has 4 fouls, and he fouls out of this game. And with 13 seconds left, that could be a difference maker if Tunkhannock does miss both free throws, or they make both and MMI makes a 3-pointer. Kasich will be watching the rest of double overtime from the bench. So I want, and plus Jack Chilson's a good free throw shooter, so
just what we need, really.
Really, all of Tunkhannock's, they have good free throw shooters, but knock on wood, they can keep that stretch up tonight. Chilson will inbound to Harder. Gives it to Ben Chilson to Trochak. And Kasich commits the 5th foul. He's out of the game
He's going home.
With 14 points, he's out. Abdul Raham will come in. 6 seconds left.
And here comes their coach. Looks like he has...
Not a good time to pick up a technical if you're MMI prep. As they will put in number 22, Connor Spencer. Kasich played really well with 4 fouls though. Trochak misses a free throw.
Oh.
Gotta have the second one. He gets it. Tigers will press the inbound. 5 seconds left. MMI will inbound in front of the announcer's table.
And we see
Airley
Jack
will
Chilson.
inbound.
Let's see it.
He'll give it to Seckler. Frisco! With the steal to seal the win. Tigers win 55-53 over MMI Prep. They are heartbroken. They fought incredibly well all game, and they came up a little short tonight.
Yeah.
We're gonna see if we can get Jake Frisco for an interview here after they shake MMI Prep's hands.
I'll get him.
Tigers played incredibly well in the second half. MMI played incredibly well too, but they came up just a little short here. We will wait for Frisco here to see if he's up for a talk. Jake's going to the locker room, so we'll wrap it up for tonight. Tigers improved to 12-4, I believe, and 6-3 in the Wyoming Valley Conference Division II. We will see you on senior night, the 6th of February against Lake Lehman. I'm Brad.
And I'm Clyde.
We're signing off.
Good night.